Hello everyone and welcome on in. Let me see, you can hear me, you can hear my desktop, you can see me, that is not optional, sorry. And we can see the Nexus, because the plan for today is to, too loud. Thank you. The plan for today is to continue my, I want to say my ultimate mod list. Oh, what's happening? Get on. Oh, you don't see him anymore. Let me grace you with not the cutest kitten ever alive. Possibly a very fluffy kitten, I don't know. And he's so big. Anyway, plan for today. Also, I have no idea. Honestly, life. I actually took the time to put some makeup on and everything, and I was pretty pleased with myself. And this eye just keeps on crying. I don't know why. So I'm guessing by the end of the stream I'm gonna have one eye with makeup and one eye without makeup. It's a style, okay? If anyone asks you, just say it's the way it is. 7th Monday, hello, good morning, welcome on in. Do I plan to get a second cat? I would love to get a second cat, especially because this one has no idea he's a cat. But we simply are not allowed. The landlord has allowed us to have one cat, but not two. So it's one cat. No, seriously. So I'm crying. Do I have? Yes, I have something. Jeez. Morrowind Modding. Hello. That's the name. I like it. Feels like home to me. Okay. He'll destroy the bag. It's his bag. It's okay. It's okay. The truth is, there's a little pocket, and for a while I had treats in there, and the treats are long gone. There's no treats. There hasn't been treats in there for months, but he just, I don't know, likes to chew on the bag because he's starving. You can see his tiny face. This cat is starving, so he's down to eating textile that once was in contact with food. Latte. People are not gonna know I'm kidding if you're actually eating the bag. Oh well. Oh well. It is a style, right? Thank you. Alright, so the plan for today. My ultimate mod list. I know this is laughable because, let's face it, every modding, like every Morrowind that you install is going to be the ultimate mod list. At least that's the way it is for me. You see, for now I'm running around with only 5 Morrowind setups. And I deleted the 2005 setup. I didn't completely delete it, I ported it to MO2 to a profile. But I would have a different Morrowind install for different games I wanted to do. So one for permadeath, this is this one for modding, this is the indie challenge, it's broken. Clean has nothing, so when I want to make a new install, I just copy paste that and start anew. Is it nothing? It is nothing. For a while I had a almost clean install with Morrowind, no mods, and then the basic tools like Morrowind Code Patch, MWSE, MGE. But these do get updated every once in a while, so... And it doesn't take that much time to install it. Especially if you're using MO2, then it's really quite easy to boom, slap on a few things, and voila, you have your basic install. But this is what I did so far, which worked well for me for, you know, many years. The thing is, when I update a mod, then I need to update it for every single install, or obviously all the installs don't have the same mods because one of them is focused on a particular type of character or a particular gameplay. And so updating mods would mean, okay, downloading it once, but then installing it multiple times. It was getting quite messy. I have been using MO2 for a little while now, and I must admit, and I said that before actually, it's not like a confession, but for the longest time people were like, oh, MO2 is better than Rymash, and my answer was, Well, yes, the installing mod part of MO2 is superior. However, Rymash will also have the repair tools for the save game, enable your archives, the BSA files. It also has like a built-in logs button and things like that. Like it, for me, it's not one or the other. They work together. And the biggest reason why I didn't like using MO2 was because once you start, like anytime you want to start a tool, because obviously depending on what you want to do, you need to start with the tool, and anytime you do that, it would take forever to actually launch the game. Probably due to the fact this is not the case right now, this is nothing. Probably due to the fact that I had tons of mods. Latte, this cat is very shy, that's what it is. Shy. Anyway, it would take a long time for my game to actually start, and which is, it's not so bad once you have your mod list done and all you have to do is play. But once you're building your mod list and you need to go in the game often to testing, take a look at that, it's just, for me, it just made the process unbearably long. But there's been an update to MO2 and it's not as bad. I run MO2 off fast SSD. It takes 3 seconds to preload Fallout. Yeah, but 260 mods is not that much, Becca. And that's the thing. I have my you know, my different drive, and my Elder disk is an SSD drive. It's like basically I have one SSD drive and Morrowind gets it. So I already have that, and it is a lot better, and I'm fine now with it. But I'm talking about a couple of years ago, maybe? Anyway, I decided that it would be my ultimate install, because right now I'm modding my Morrowind Flex, where I am not actually installing mods. I mean, there's that because I was testing it, but I am basically working only on this side. For the people who don't know MO2, here the download tabs are all the plugins you've downloaded. These are the plugins that are installed, but I don't care about that at all. All I want to do is get all of the mods that I ever want to use, and that's a lot, and put them in this window. No, stay where you are. Put them in this window in a neat, organized way. So, for example, these are my essential mods. These, I know I can go ahead and select all of them. That's what you see here. Like, I know whatever the type of game I want to play, if it's going to be permadeath, if I'm going to be playing a mage, a warrior, if it's going to be about the lore, whatever, I know I want all of those core mods, so they're there. However, when it comes to I have some core audio here, quite a lot, that I always want to have. But then there's some audio mods that I like to have sometimes, but I don't need them all the time. For example, store entrance chimes, I love it. Absolutely love it. However, if you have Tamriel Rebuilt stores don't have it. So it kind of it's a mod that adds immersion to the game, because you enter the shop and it says ding, and when it goes, you know, you hear the ringing. But then if you go to Tamriel Rebuilt, the mainland, you don't have that. Voice overhaul, why did I put it there? I don't remember. I had a good reason, okay? I had a very good reason. And Muse, I absolutely adore Muse, but every once in a while, I really like to have no music and only have, you know, the wind and whatever ambience we have. And in fact, do I still have that? I believe my modding, no, not modding. No, I probably don't have that anymore. It's a shame, because I spent a lot of time creating this. This is the Muse folder. General, TR, interiors. No, I've lost that. Crap. I had spent the longest time creating with Muse. The beauty of it, you can customize it as much as you want. So you see, if I go to the old Ebonheart region, one of these tracks will be playing, and if I go to the Shogorad region, one of these tracks will be playing. And what I had done for the regions, I didn't do the TR regions. I only had the vanilla regions. The Red Mountains would be, thank you, the train. The Red Mountains would be some wind, some rocks falling. Solstice, there would be the occasional howl and things like that. It was purely ambience. And I really like that. And I kept the music for my interiors, or that's not true, not for the interiors. I kept the music for the towns. So the imperial settlements would have some tracks, and then the Telvanni settlements would have other tracks and everything. And I was very little music. I only had music when I was in town, basically. Civilization. Bye, kitten. No more kitten for you. It's just for me. Need to stretch because that part of the table, oh my god. Anyway, focus. So with Muse, I must say that the music expansions that's the Scipio? You know how I am with names and usernames. I'm not sure that Scipio is the Discord name, but the music extension for Muse that Scipio, aka Joe Techno, created are really good. But sometimes I want to not have music, so that's why this is here. Grass mods, like I know I want to have. I keep on crying, seriously. It's like I'm looking at the mods and the emotion. The grass, I like to switch up the grass, so I have all of them ready here. So basically when I want to have, this is my flex default, when I want to make a new install, I know I'm going to enable all of these, and then I'll go, oh, for this one I want Oasis grass, and for this one I'm gonna want to have Vanity's swamp tree. So then it's gonna be a menu, a shopping list, and I will be able to choose everything. So far I've managed to do all of the replaces. So I have different types of heads, like I like my character, I like to have the choice. Different replaces for armor. Shut up, trains. I might have to go and close the window. Hang on. Get down. Lattice moved on to his piano spot. My cat is musically talented. Why not? Okay. Let me catch up with you guys. Preparing the virtual file system before launching the game just depends on the operating system, file system, and drive ammo to assemble similar links to the virtual directory before launching the game, and that can take some time. It can. Honestly, it's really fine now. I've gotten used to it. And yes, Latte has grown really, really big. Like he doesn't fit on my desk anymore, which makes me a little sad. But sometimes he tries, and that's when whatever I have on my desk is going to fall because, you know, Latte needs space. I just did a search on MMC Discord. It is Sepio. Thank you, Prof. Thank you. Names. I have to learn them. Drowsy Predator. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Morrowind Modded. You're saying Morrowind is slow innately? Add tears. Okay, it's not emotion, it's makeup in my eye. Yeah, failed at trying to apply makeup. Never mind. I think if you're playing vanilla, if you're playing with very few mods, it's really not that slow, even to launch. When you have very few mods, I think it's really quite fast. Obviously, when you get to 800 mods, like I regularly do, then yes, it's slow and it's more likely to crash, but you know it. It's a choice. It's a choice that you make. Right, we're gonna so this is what I've done so far, all of my replacers, and of course the idea is whenever I download a new mod to put it in the right spot so that when I make a fresh install, all I have to do is select what I want and then check for conflict. But if I keep this the way it is, I shouldn't have any conflict. I've made it in such a way that my bigger replacers here are always at the top, and then smaller replacers come under after it, meaning if I have intelligent textures and then I want to have a particular replacer, I don't have to worry about load order too much because this will be neat and tidy. It's the idea. Now, let's take a look at the mods, because the truth is, I haven't played in a month. I think it's been a month. Here's what happened. There I was, and I got to finally the addition. So, new objects, new whatever. And the first thing I wanted to do was the new gear. And I started putting together all the mods that add clothing and armor and weapons. And then I was like, oh, but this one needs to be added to wares, and this one needs to do this, and this one needs to do that. And I started making, I got distracted with, that's when I did this mod list, that one. Because essentially, as I was doing my little mods to have, I like the world, you know that if you've been here before, I like the world to be alive. Irregardless of me, that exists, it's a word, I've decided. I want the word to exist irregardless of me. So in Morrowind, everything is quite static, including NPCs, to be honest, and things happen only if you make it happen. So I absolutely love mods that add subtle animations, so glow in the dark, you're going to have those windows with light, you can even see the sun rays and everything. And so I compiled all of them for myself for my install, and then I was like, you know what, let's put that in a mod list. So I got distracted and I did this mod list. Regardless, irregardless, regarding, since it's double negation. Oh, you're right. It's like, it's minus becomes positive. Basic mathematical principle that I'm fully aware of. It's a shame, irregardless sounded cool. Oh well, oh well. Pose are much better suited to playing the synthesizer than hand, you know. Possibly. We should try at some point to turn it on, but the thing is, it doesn't have speakers. So you need to plug them in. I suppose you could, but we don't have speakers. Only have the headphones. Maybe we need to get Lattie some tiny headphones. First of all, it looks super cool, and maybe it develop an actual talent for music. For now, it's just keeping the keys warm. That's what it does. And that was the air regardless might be what you're looking for. Really? You think? Okay, my sentence, because I might need to say that sentence again. I want the world to be alive, whether I do something or not. I'm gonna go with that. I was almost gonna say despite me, but it's not like I'm trying to prevent the world from living. But hey. Anyway, so all of these are a little visual, and down there I have the audio mod, where you have things that are alive, things that move. Alright. But because I have been either installing mods or modding for a long time now, I have not looked at new mods for a month. So I think it's time to go shopping. What do you say? We're gonna do that. Time consumer looks interesting. To be fair, we already have a number of mods, like time passing when you're reading. This is a Lua version, so that makes it possibly better or more thorough. I have not used even the time passing mod while reading and things. Why haven't I? Like, I have Ashfall, so time passing is meaningful in my game. Why haven't I done that? Oh, I think I know why. Possibly because, especially when streaming, I will spend a lot of time just talking, and I don't want the time to be passing while I have a book open, because we looked at it and then we talk about it, and then I close the book and it's nightfall, and I'm like, but that's not fair. So there's that. We'll see. Triple Fang from King's Field. The mod adds a new weapon based on Triple Fang. No. This I wanted to check. A mod by QWERTY. That actually, yeah, is there. That's a mod that was created for the Morrowind writing competition. If that's something that you'd find interesting, I would strongly recommend you go to the Morrowind Writers Guild Discord. I have the links in a few places. There's definitely a link to it on my Discord, but you might be able to find it through Google as well. And Alice organized a writing competition. There was a part with fanfic, short story essentially, and a part with mods, and they are mods that really focus on the quest and the characters and the dialogue and, you know, the text, rather than adding new weapons and new creatures and everything. An open Morrowind reshade preset. I've never used reshade with Morrowind, to be honest. I do have a few shaders with MGE, but other than that, Vivek with trees, that's gonna be nasty for the FPS, but we're gonna take a look. Muscular skins for better bodies with lore-friendly underwear, that could be interesting. I did like Wesley had a muscular skin for better body, and there is a vanilla lore-friendly underwear mod that I'm using. Maybe we can have both. Modern combat for OpenMW, cool to see new mods for OpenMW. Yeah, I'm not looking to replace my menu. What do I have for my UI? I think my UI replacer mods are... not so much in the look of things, as you can see, but it's a lot about quality of life. I mean, this is a must-have. So I have not actually... I have improved main menu, but I didn't put... Actually, I really didn't put any splash screen or anything. I do like a number of... There we go. But these are vanilla splash. It looks like I only put vanilla replacers, like HD versions essentially. Stalker did a great job with the living ecosystem around, which also controlled the living factions as they fought for controls. Stalker is a game that I need to play. I did play it on stream when it was one of the 12-hour streams, so I played Stalker for 3 hours. And I did enjoy it. Like, it's not my preferred setting. I do prefer fantasy and that, or maybe medieval, historic sort of things. But clearly the world was interesting and well built, but also I think I did not install the game properly. I mean, in the way that I had the vanilla game and I did not install, there were a number of fixes and patches that I just didn't install. I would gladly go back to it. But guys, I don't even have time to play my favorite game. But it is, I really like it when the world is alive around you, essentially. When you have seasons, when, you know, things happen. Despite whether you're doing something or not. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like, this is purely personal, obviously. I don't really like the look of this replacer, but there are a number of splash screen and replacers that I really like. These are very nice. They are Skyrim inspired, but why not? Those two are fine. I think they are kind of the same, but this one had the quotes on top of it. I really like those as well. And red furry demons, definitely some of my favorites as well. But maybe I think I've been using those for the longest time, so I'm ready for something else. At some point I should add to my install actual UI replacers. Because these are my core. Yeah, these are the cores. These are the ones that I always want. I haven't done UI, like optional UI replacers. I suppose we could take a look at those right now, because we're supposed to be installing mods, ain't we? Don't fall. Alright, we're going to make things neat and tidy. Alright, I need to remember how that was. This is gonna be replacer UI. And then... oh, no, that's not how I was doing it. I actually spend a lot of time trying to have sort of headers that are kind of, you know, readable. A little more. This is not an exact science, as you can tell. There we go. Alright. Replaces, UI replaces. So I know the ones that I would like to have. To check this and this. I did, and this and this and this. Cut Bethesda Splash, we'll check that. I don't think I will want those anymore, but a Thargos splash screen. Why not? This one was quite nice, but I think for my main menu, I really like to have something quite basic. I'm opening all of them. Who knows? I might discover something. Oh, this was a template. MWSA loading. Oh yes, this. I'll open it to show you guys because it's actually very nice. I don't think I will want that. This is a great resource if you're looking to make your own splash screens. And then we're looking at menu. This one, classic. The Daggerfall inspired one was quite nice. That was my favorite for the longest time. This is nice. Guys, it's just too many things. Too many things. And then for the actual UI replacers, I know the Skyrim one is really popular. This is the one I have been using for the longest time. I use this one too. I really like the chocolate one. I cannot. I won't even download it and put it as an option. I know I won't use it. I didn't like it in Oblivion, that sort of red UI replacer. I know it's not gonna work for me in Morrowind either. But I can't find... There is a better Oblivion-inspired UI. I know, because it's the one I used for my 2005 install. And it's not necessarily my favorite. There we go, Oblivion style interface. The idea is to sort of create sets. So there would be the vanilla plus set with things, oh yes, with things like this that fit with the vanilla aesthetics. I think this is the one I have as my default already. There would be the Skyrim Inspire with those splash screen and the Skyrim UI. There would be, this goes with vanilla extended. My problem, like, I like those, I've used them. They're not entirely vanilla because bright colors. My problem is those twos, because really what I'm looking for the UI replacer is like a color scheme. So I would actually remove those two. Not because they're ugly, but because they don't have the same colors. Okay, let's find out what I actually have. Okay, I have white screens, crash replacer, improve main menu, white screen splash edition. I want to see how many of them are in there. Okay, only 3. It's not a lot, mind you. And that's all I have. All right. So these I don't have. This I have by default. So I can close. These has more, so we're going to not take this one at all. It's Yingerman's. Oh, updates. All right. I see. I see. Do you get all of them? Yes, he has all of them. And since we are playing widescreen, that's what we're gonna go for. And then here, what I like to do to... There we go. Go with a file time. Did you... Okay. That's annoying. The file time doesn't go above this one. We'll download them and then we'll install them. Otherwise, if I keep going back and forth, I think it's not gonna be nice. But I will remove those based on the expansions, because I only want to keep the vanilla like ones. Oh. What I've done so far, and I thought I should stop, think I prefer keeping to the manual download and then putting that in my folder, simply because, which is in my exterior, there we go, simply because then I can I don't know, maybe just because I'm used to it. Okay, also I'm not sure when I clicked on the automatic one, I'm not sure where it put the mods. Now, why do you think Bethesda did not include these? They're not bad. I mean, they're in line with the other vanilla screens. Question is, we'll see. But the size might be funny. Okay, this we already have the larger version. I absolutely adore those. Hey, Rototom. Josie Predator, you have a lag? Let me check if I have dropped frames. I don't have dropped frames on my end, but I would love to know if it's lagging for other people, because it would mean that there is something. Yeah, probably. I just went with Elder Scrolls music because, yeah. Also, some of you may know that I am without my coffee machine, so I got a pot. This is you know, the French press system, and so this is the coffee I'm drinking. But this is not better. I mean, it's not better in taste, because what I like is the cappuccino, you know, like the milk part of the coffee. And I feel like I've switched from a rather, how to say that? I've switched from a soft drug to a harder drug. That's what it is. Because now this is black coffee. This is full of caffeine, whereas when I make coffee with my capsules, I would have decaf and things. So yeah, I've switched to hardcore coffee. It's not better. You didn't hear any issues? Good. Yeah, black coffee. That's what it is. Yeah, I like it. The problem is, like, I don't know if you can see, but it sort of stains very easily, which really means that my normal way of cleaning it, which is clean, rinse, and let it dry, doesn't work. Like, you should really take a kitchen cloth and dry it and make sure it's shiny and everything, and I don't do that. So yeah, I was gonna take the traditional one, with the more classic one, but I've had one before, and the golden part gets all, I don't know that it's getting rusty, but anyway, the color goes away very quickly. So I'm hoping that this, because it's actual metal rather than a coat of paint on top of it, we'll see. Also, with any luck, I'll get my coffee machine back and I can put this one in a cupboard and forget about it. That's the hope. All right. I do like these. I absolutely love these. In fact, I've been using these not as splash screen. I've been using this as wallpaper, desktop wallpaper. And I think I'm not going to put them, not because I don't like them anymore. I still love them. They're gorgeous. But the color is a more vibrant color than vanilla, so it doesn't fit again with the color scheme. This obviously goes great if you go for the Oblivion UI, so let's have it. I don't think that I will be using the Oblivion UI a lot, but, and I shouldn't close it in case I need to remember. I have a capsule machine too and I love it, but it makes espresso. The coffee machine that I have, had, and hopefully will have again, it does have the capsules, which I understand is probably a little pricier than buying, you know, ground coffee. I understand that. A little less eco-friendly because actually mines are recycled and they get recycled, so that should be okay. But it's tidy. It's very, very tidy. And there is a milk container to make frothy cappuccinos and stuff. And that's everything. That's everything for me. Alright, you are definitely going all of it. Absolutely all of it. Where does it go when I click on this? Where does it go? Oh, does it go directly here? I hope not. No. I don't know where it goes because I don't see them here. You see what I mean? The names of the one I just installed is Splashback 01. I don't know where they go when I go do it automatically, sort of thing. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep doing it manually. And that's as simple as that. That way I know where they're going, I know where to find them. All of them beautiful, love them. Already have that? I misclicked. We don't want to do this. Save. Okay. It is not the most artistic thing ever, but you know what? We're so mean to Fargoth. I think it's fair every once in a while to pay respect, I guess. Can you do different splash screens for different mod setup? That's exactly what I'm working on, Rotaton. This is my flex install, where I can show you the example with the trees. On there, I have installed, pre-installed, they are not actually installed in the game. I have all the trees for all the regions, and the idea is when I want to make a fresh install, I'll create a new profile. So this is my default. It's called Flex, not because I'm flexing, but because it's meant to be flexible, okay? But if it works the way I see it, the way I imagine it, maybe I should flex about it. But we'll wait for that. It's gonna take forever. And so when I want to make a new install, I'm going to create a new profile, and I'm gonna call it permadeath, for example. And then I'm gonna go, okay, for this install, we're going to use. Did you switch me to? We're going to use valities trees and verts trees in the AI. I'm sorry, I clicked. Yes. Stop panicking. Don't. There we go. And then we're going to pair that with valities Ascadian trees, and you know. And so once I have the splash mods installed there as well, they're going to be here, and there's going to be the Oblivion theme. I see the Oblivion theme, the RDF theme, because Red Fairy Demon made both the menu and there's going to be the Skyrim inspired one, like black, dark brown, and light brown. Because by default, I already have in my core mods, I already have expanded vanilla splash. I wanted to create a full-length tapestry of Fargoth that can be placed in the player house. My Photoshop skills were not enough, but I still cherish the dream. I don't think it would be... I mean, I have 0 skills too, but if you take... I don't have Photoshop, but I know that GIMP, I'm not gonna load it because it takes a lot of time to load. Oh, I do. No, I do not. But if you look for, they are filters. There might be filters, and you can have a canvas texture applied and different textures, and a couple of textile ones that should do the trick. even without too much skill. All right, we keep getting our there. So all my new mods are gonna be here. So for now, I'm just shopping. I'm getting all of them. Will I ever want this one? It is pretty. I like that image. I think I prefer with the border. I think this one would suffice itself. My only concern, let's see, how many? Borderless, I prefer full border. Alright, no, there is a number of splash screens. Because if there was only like 4, you would see them a lot. Okay. And so I like full border, I think. The difficulty when installing will be to remember which is which. Map, splash screen, and main menu. This is nice too. Maybe a little too much. I like those. I mean, this is the same original map, except it's in sort of sepia tones. I like that. Bummer. There's gonna be too many things. Yep, let's get it. Alright, this one I think I will not take. The art that Inam selected is beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. I don't actually know the name of the artist. But for me, it's a little too far from Alexei Rurikov. It's not something I want to see in my game. It's beautiful, but I don't want it in my game. Again, personal preference. Like, see, I think they would look pretty good. Like, I would select like 3 of them with very, very close color schemes, and it's called a triptych or something. Like, I have the 3 of them on the wall. I think that would look quite beautiful. Wool socks, hello. You're modding OpenMW. You're modding as in you're installing mods, or you're creating mods, or both, which is something we tend to do as well. That would be the Skyrim music, right? Which is fair, because we're doing Elder Scrolls stuff. So these are beautiful. I don't want them. I don't think I would enjoy seeing them exclusively in my game. So I'm not getting those for my game. No. This is very 2000. And I'm not saying they're bad. Like, I don't know that I would do much better than that. But yeah. Wait, screen. This I already have installed as my default. Hey Murmur, also welcome on in. They are gorgeous, but I prefer to just look at them as art rather than in-game. That's the way I feel. It's gorgeous, but not something someone in-game would make. They break immersion. Wow, and I thought you would disagree with me, and you're all with me. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. They are gorgeous. Hands down, there's no discussion. Gosh. This feels late 2000 to me. 2010. Late 2000, we're not there yet. Late 2010. The colors are a little more vibrant than what I like to have in my game. So I'm not gonna take this one. But you can certainly tell that. What Seidanin replacer is this? Because it is Seidanin. I'm not. Yeah, it is. This is the census and these are the shacks. Interesting. Anyone recognizes this? Let's have a look at the mod page. If before Morrowind screenshot, various plays, man land, different styles, splashes. Could it be Rebirth? I don't know. It's been a while. If you are the original screenshot, no. So we don't know. I am most curious. Okay, this again. This is part of Seydanine. This looks like Jasmine's house, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't recognize this one. I want to know what mod it is. This is TR. I have a mod for Spellforce and I kind of want to make a logo for it, but I'm out of the idea lately. You want to make a logo for your Spellforce mod? This is Slagward. Aldrin. Something wrong with the door. Is that the temple expansion? Those city overhaul are quite big. I do not recognize that. It's super striking. It's super striking. Is that part of Tamriel Rebuilt? You guys, you know TR way better than I do. This is amazing. I do think, again, personal taste. The texture here and there, especially the lighter one, is just too vibrant. I would prefer something more, you know, washed out, so that it blends a bit better with the rest. But again, like colors and taste is not something. It's Ban Malur. It is part of TR. Is that the main TR or the preview? It looks gorgeous. Hey, Merlord, welcome on in. What I really like is these. Like, it looks so like it's in the crater of a volcano. It's currently in preview, that's why. Okay, I've never loaded preview. The only thing I've done with preview is when I did my distant land, I loaded preview in it so that if when I am walking to the end of Tamriel Rebuilt, I don't have, you know, the end of the world the way the Viking would imagine it. I can see the distance. Okay, but that's wow. Very wow. Different textures, as far as I'm concerned. Is this Saran? With a big ass statue in the middle? Yeah, it is. It is. This is the cells. This is a quiz. This this is turning into a quiz. And you're saying that the changes are a little too drastic even for Rebirth. I don't know. Anyone has seen Rebirth? And how old is this mod? 2020. It's a recent one. Sadrith Mora. The Red Mountain looking super fierce. I like that. I don't know what that is. What mod is this? I'm getting frustrated to not be able to identify every single mod on those screenshots. And is this Pirate Lord's Mountainous Red Mountain, or it's a new one? It looks super spiky and dangerous. Anyone knows about this one? Tall Boss? But this is... no, because I'm looking south of Sadrith Mora, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is Sadrith Mora. I believe I'm looking south. Sadrith, okay. Same place. Now we can see the little arena or stage. This is, yeah, lovely. And we're back in Sadanin. The boat is here. Yeah, I just don't know. This is... I mean, it looks pretty, but then considering that Sadanin has 3 huts and 3 proper buildings, it feels a little over the top to have that part of Sadanin fortified. Anyway, interesting screenshots. I'm not adding that as my splash. Do we have... I used to have those, but I don't want them anymore. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the screenshots, especially because they're a little different from things I've seen before. Okay, these are interesting because they use the original characters that you got that in the manual, I believe. That's the pictures you got in the manual with the green and the purple light. Very 2000. Very 2000. I think they would go quite well with the Skyrim, or would they? I don't know. What do you think, guys? You see the Skyrim splash screens with an image of things put together? I mean, this is an image with a black background. And you know what? It's the original characters to illustrate the races. I'm keeping it. Do I have my mod list saved somewhere? Basically not really. Oh, because let me tell you why. Because when I need the mod list of what I am... no, sorry, what is it called? Abbott's mod. I thought it was called mod list. No? Yeah, this one I will put with the... Of course, if I put Abbott, it's not giving me mods by Abbott's, but patches and other things. Smart. Oh, I think it is smart mod lists.
Come Drya!
Come Drya, well, come on in. Mod space list. I do not maintain my mod list as I used to. Like, I used to keep them on... Well, I don't even have them anymore, as a, you know, like I haven't been there in such a long time. I used to keep Excel sheets with all of my mod lists, and so I would add whenever I put a mod, and I would put comments on whether I want to keep them or not, that sort of things. But now with Abbott's mod, I don't do that anymore. If I want the mod list, I just go in the game, click mod list, and I can copy paste the whole thing, and it includes plugins and Lua. It does not include plugin-less non-Lua mods, but you know. Discussing how early you stream these days. What do you mean, Marks? That's not true. First of all, it's only been an hour, and we've been just talking about mods. Surprise. But when I stream on Thursday, it's always at that time. And that's why on Sunday I stream much later in the day, so that hopefully there's going to be some time that is comfortable for everyone. Obviously, if you want to see all of them, well, you'll have to get up early or stay up late at some point. The world is imperfect. That's the way it is. But you know, I'm thinking these. I used to have them as well. Did I download them manually? I don't remember. I didn't. It's gonna be difficult to remember what is what. Did I download you manually? No, I didn't. A lady modding Morrowind absolute culture. Existential guitarist. Welcome on in. Today, I mean right now anyway, we're only downloading mods and tidying them in MO2. But in the previous weeks, we've been actually making mods. And also, guys, I have made so much progress with my friends companion mod. The latest companion that I've done, I still need to test his quest. Basically, he's an artificer. Think tinker and infused with magic, like, you know, so something like that. And his quest is when you show him any Dwemer schematic, so you have to find them. That gives him an idea to improve his braces, and then his braces will shoot fireball. Think Iron Man, but Morrowind, I guess. Later on, what other quest? There is a little Dwemer spider companion that you can find in the game. If you have both Cornelius, is the name of the NPC, and the spider companion called Clicker, then he can add, like he can build add-on and upgrades for Clicker and repair it anytime. Basically respawn a new one if it died. So I'm pretty happy with that one. That's one companion done, 200 to go. I'll get there, I'll get there. This is so cool. I've been getting back into, but I'm not sure what mod, guys, is the standard nowadays. I can help you with that. What sort of mod list do you want? Are you looking to just make your game look more modern? Are you looking to add content? If so, are you into landmass, quest, gameplay? There are a couple of mod lists. This is go to the Morrowind Modding community Discord, first of all. You'll be there. And then you have Thastus. I don't know that it's been updated in a long while, to be honest. But for the longest time, that really was the reference. So Thassus is good. You're going to get a vanilla plus. I haven't looked at it in a long time. But you want Morrowind Sharp. That has been updated a while ago, or so Morrowind Sharp is here. That is a vanilla plus sort of thing. Doesn't add a lot of content. Oh, look. You can look at my mod list as well, but honestly, my mod list and Arfuzo's, that is the one right now. That is the one that I prefer. So that's the one I'm gonna link to you. There we go. This is a vanilla plus, but it includes, there we go. It includes Tamriel Rebuild. Oh, it includes some of my mods too. I promise I'm not going like flexing. But this is a really good guide. You do. Depending on if you don't have a huge lot of experience modding and you just want a vanilla game. Okay, let me show you. Where is my 2022 guide? This is my blog. There we go. And this one, Morrowind First Time. I'm not sure. I don't know you, so I'm not sure this is something that you really want. I made this one for essentially, I had in mind the people who are playing Skyrim and want to play Morrowind and go, oh, but this is too clunky, too ugly. So I've taken mods either that are absolutely essential because you want them, and then that's essential because it optimizes your game. It's gonna run better, smoother, faster, strong. That yeah. And then the mods that are not essential, I selected them because you install them, and if you don't like it, you can disable them in the game. Like, you don't need to remod your installation. You can configure things in the game. So install them. If you find that you don't like the changes, disable them from the game menu. But this is really something, if you want to play Morrowind, if you're kind of a purist and you want things to be the way they are in vanilla Morrowind, you might not like it. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's not for absolute purist. if you want something that makes Morrowind feel a little closer to Skyrim in the quality of life department, then this will be it. Any true Renaissance man plays Morrowind? Yes, of course they do. They do. She wrote a guide on how to use your brother-in-law. Yeah, I'm very, very talented that way. Anybody's got a brother-in-law and needs a guide, I'm your gal. I think I'll just check out some of the major ones. Yeah, honestly, this one you're going to have vanilla game, better game, smooth game. All the essentials are there, and I mean essentials to make your game run smoother. And on top of that, you have Tamriel Rebuilt, so that's a whole new land to explore. And Tamriel Rebuilt is top quality, very lore friendly, and beautiful cities of Morrowind. If you've played Morrowind before, this is going to be great because you're going to arrive in Balmora and you're gonna have new things to discover. So that's the one I would recommend, especially actually even if you're not particularly experienced modding. The way it's written, you have all the instructions. You're like, this is what you take. You want to select that, so it's very, very detailed. If you actually read carefully and follow the instructions, you can follow this guide. I don't know, I'm gonna say maybe in 3 hours. So that's the one I would recommend. I think I got a brother-in-law. They are engaged but not married yet, and I hate him. What should I do? They actually, so can you kidnap him? I do not do kidnapping. I don't. All right, let's close those. And we were shopping for UI replacers, and I got all of these. Mod list, so this is the one when people ask for my mod list, I just go in my game and then I share it. Yeah, no, very, very 2000 with a very vibrant green. No, I'm guessing this was the kind of the beginning of MGE. Unstretched splash screen. No, I don't need that. This is a replacer for vanilla. Bethesda wallpaper. I might have those already. I agree. Just cat napping. It's not true. Oh, I've lost my cat. It's gone. You scared him with your stories of catnapping. Honestly. But yes, I do like it when people go back to Morrowind or discover Morrowind the first time and they go, that is a cool game. Because for people who have played the game for a long, long time and love it, I'm not gonna put those. I am not going to put those. I actually really like them, but color scheme. For people who have played it for the long, long, long time, we love the game, but there might be a little bit of nostalgia in there. So when somebody who has never played Morrowind before, who's played Skyrim and discovers Morrowind and says, you know what, I like it better than Skyrim, that sort of reassures me that whatever reason I love the game, it's not just nostalgia. That's it. This is not actually a splash replacer. That's a cool little mod from Arfuso, where instead of when the cell is loading, you can see it there. When the cell is loading, you get a splash screen rather than just black. That's it. That's what it does, but it's nice. Screenshot splash screen. No, those are just screenshots. It's not that they're bad, but we have better things now. Exactly what happened to me. Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game. I played Morrowind going into middle school and I loved it. Yes. Yes. Good. That's the best thing. Oh, Bubblesugs, are you streaming Morrowind as well? It's good to know. I always like to... I mean, usually when I finish the stream, I look for people playing Morrowind. Especially since lately I haven't been playing it, just modding it, and I feel a bit guilty. I don't know, guys, Do you miss watching me play and die? Or are you okay just talking about mods? And it's not that I don't want to play, it's just right now, when I launch my Morrowind, my permadeath, and I know there's too many things that I want to change and I want to update and I just can't play. I can't. Stupid mental block. Honestly, of all the possible mental blocks, having my game is not updated, I can't play it, it's not the worst. You miss watching me dying. I promise I'll do it again very, very soon. For now, let's keep... Oh, file 0. Oh, what happened there? File 0. Damn. I think they would have been great with the Oblivion UI. Let's see, what is the definition of this? Too many windows open. Let's go with paint. It's the one that loads faster. After Aurel made his knee fuss last time, I went and watched all the pictures and videos of him. Really? I don't think there's that many. Okay, what do we have? The size. If I save as a... Can splash screens be DDS or they have to be TGA? Let's find out. Splash. We have TGA. That's okay. I think Paint knows how to save as a TGA. If not, GIMP will. But I think DDS is sort of more compressed. I think. Not that I'm an expert in format. Kilgore Child, hey, hello. Welcome on in. Oh, Woolsocks, Fargoth wants to be friends with you. How you doing, Kilgore? No, there's no kitten. There's no camera. No. Splash.
You want to impress your viewers?
Taga with what?
You don't say Taga, you say Targa.
Taga is a lot funnier. So, for those who didn't know, Taga, TGA, actually stands for Targa. Did you know? Doing fine. Right. Were you playing Daggerfall this morning? No, I think you switched, right? Alright, so it has to be Targa. Honestly, my life. With a boyfriend who's always right. I think we're going to do this because I think they're really nice to go with the Oblivion UI. So I'll be Splash. Oh, you go in there, and we're going to manually download all of them. I know. that is extreme modding. Will be Splash. The res is not super high. That's fine. Because honestly, the Oblivion UI is not something that I would use extremely often. And the only case where I'm using it is for my retro install, my 2000 install. So I'm happy with that. Oh. Which one was the first one? I should have tried to memorize the first one. The Bitter Coast is always pretty, regardless of the... That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, right. Kalinta, hello. Hello, hello. Just stopping from my break from work. Okay, well, relax, relax, relax now. Do it, do it. What day is it right now? Thursday. It is Thursday, yes. Wednesday and Thursday. All right, good. It's so horrible when you get day confused. Like, it's not a joke. It happens. Oh, by the way, guys, do grab the free card packs. I know I haven't been playing in a while, but still, get the cards, okay? And when we're playing again, you'll be able to use those cards for funny handicaps, things happening. So go ahead, grab them. There's a whole 10 of them for you to grab. So go ahead, do it. Do it now. Okay. Really, I don't need you to open all of them like that for me. Please open all of these. These are different images. Alright. And I'm just going to save them as Targa. Oh yes, I know they're called Targa. I'm not going to let this go, am I? Control Shift S. I should learn. Control Shift S. I don't know that it's a lot faster. I guess it's faster. Crap. I guess it's faster for people who don't need to look at their keyboards to type anything on them. Control Shift S. Tugga. I think Tugga is a lot funnier to say. That's what I'm saying. It's 5:45 a.m. here, Thursday morning, but since I haven't slept yet, it's still Wednesday. It's like, yeah. Honestly, between the time zone and indeed skipping, not sleeping yet, that would make things a little confusing. Oh, just a few more. Yeah, come on. Snap out of it. Respond. Respond now. Yeah, I'm doing it like a noob. Clicking instead of using shortcuts. No, not save. Save as. It's a shame that the mod is still there, but there's no file, which is also weird because I don't think Nexus lets you create a mod page if you don't. Yeah, no, you definitely have to upload something to create the mod page. I know because when I published Versifier, which it's web-based, it's a link, and I had to put something, so I just uploaded an image because it wanted something. I did say to not download it, that there was nothing. So it's a bit odd that it's actually gone and there's no file. Alright, we have all of them. We do not need these. Alright. And there, we created, we kind of created a mod. And you're going to my downloads. Here we go. I'll have to remember to not lose this one. Are you guys interested in it? I mean, I know it's not exactly the most trendy splash screens ever, but I mean, I'll drop it on my Discord if you want to grab it, because it's not downloadable anymore. We're gonna put that in what? My mod. It feels, but it's gonna be in my mods. Yeah, that's it. I hope it's not too big. It's not. Good. Alright, if you wanted to grab them, they're there in my Discord. Back to shopping. I guess you want to see one of my boxes, but what do you mean? What do you mean by boxes? Like, I'm happy to show you my box. I'm just not sure what sort of box you're talking about, Max. Now, I really like the idea of this. I really, really do. Do actually have a Morrowind box. I think the only ones I still have is like CD box. The only one I have is very ugly. but it has history because it's a GOTY, so it's the last one that I bought quite a few years ago. But as you can see, it's got the Czech version, subtitles. No, don't die. So I still have the original CDs, and then I have the GOTY CD. This is something that I bought in Slovakia. Like, essentially, there I was in the supermarket, and I looked at the games. There were still a few games in the supermarket, and I saw Morrowind. And by then, I still had those CDs, but I didn't have the box anymore. So I bought it. Edice nejlepší hra roku. Game of the Year edition, if you were wondering. So yeah, I have my CDs with the Czech subtitles. If I ever needed it, that's all I have. I still have the Skyrim and Oblivion box. That's it. The rest I've thrown out. I do have the Diablo 3 box. Simply because it must be, I'm gonna put that back. Simply because it's the last CD, the last game on the CD, at the time I guess it was DVDs, that we ever bought. But when I first installed Diablo 3, I just didn't like it. I was really, really disappointed. So I still have it, I suppose, because when I moved, since I bought it, I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times. And every time I was like, oh, I guess this is such a shame. This is a recent game. It probably was quite pricey at the time, so I feel bad throwing it out. But yeah. Anyway, those splash screens, I don't particularly like the look of them, to be honest, because I prefer something a little more stylized. I do like the idea of showcasing mods. I really, really like that. But I think it would have to be in a different style for me, simply. And again, this is all about looks and what you like and what you don't like. So to each their own. Now this one I do like, but do we have, because there's a thing, we need to have the menu and the splash screens that go with it. And I don't think that we have splash screens that go with it. Need to think about it. Daggerfall inspired menu. It's nice, but I think I would actually get a little tired of it. Now this we absolutely love. And you see there, now I have to go back to the fresco, because this one with Pete the Goat fresco splash, brilliant. This goes with vanilla quite well. La, la, la. I also still have the Oblivion Release version and all the DLC and the add-on. The Oblivion that I have is the original box. It's not even the game of the year because that's the one we got when it came out. I have the map. I'm happy I have the map, don't get me wrong. I'm just really sad I don't have the Oblivion, the Morrowind one. Same thing, the manual. I don't have the... I have the Oblivion one, but not the Morrowind one, which is the one I would really care about. Now, this is my original, there it is. This is the original CD. And shortly after we got it, there was that crack here. And it wouldn't run. It wouldn't run. So at that point, I was quite flustered, possibly because I was disappointed with the game to begin with. And then, Linus Mark, thank you so much for the follow. And then, even though I bought the CD and everything, I couldn't even run the game. Like, it just, I think the crack goes a little into the actual, you know, data part of the CD. So a friend told me, you want me to burn you a copy? I have it. And so for a while I was using a pirated copy of Oblivion, but I felt okay doing so because I have the CD. It was just faulty. And then later on I have, what is this? The Game of the Year edition, disc 2. This is not the Game of the Year edition. Later on, I must have bought a Game of the Year edition, and there's a second disc. Oh, the DLCs are on this one, I'm guessing. Anyway, so I have the Oblivion one, even though I don't play it. I was also disappointed with the game, especially the main quest. To be fair, let's try to be objective there. If we try to compare the Morrowind main quest with the Oblivion main quest, can we say that the Morrowind main quest is like, you know, plot twist, like, aha, you're the dude of the prophecy, didn't see that one coming. I think with the Morrowind main quest, it's not so much that the main quest is like the main quest itself, like doing the quest. I don't think that's amazing. What is truly amazing is that as you go through the main quest, you understand so much more of what's going on in the world. I think this is why the Morrowind main quest feels superior, not the quests themselves, but really as you go along, you go, aha, now I get it. You see what I mean? Whereas with Oblivion, you kind of know what's the deal straight away, right? The Emperor is killed. We have the Gates of Oblivion. There's a big guy that's opening the gates everywhere, trying to invade, and we need to stop him. Like, it's, you know what's going on. It's quite epic, I suppose. The gates of hell opening and all that. But you don't have any epiphany or anything. Put that back. Oops. Yeah. But in terms of quest, actual quest, I think the Oblivion main quest is a little more, like, you don't really know what's gonna happen. You know what the story is, you know what the problem is, you understand the situation, but personally, I really, hang on. Morrowind main quest had Michael Kirkbride working on it and the world as art direction. He was in charge of Morrowind. Well, obviously, like Kirkbride, I missed something about System Shock. Hang on, let me scroll up, guys. Shivering Eyes, 200%. Shivering Eyes. I think it's the what do you call the redemption for Oblivion. That's what when people go Oblivion, but Shivering Eyes. So I agree. I haven't finished it. I haven't done both sides. You know, there's a... Yeah, but anyway, definitely good. I love how Daggerthor and Lexi ask you if you really are Nerevar, and you can be like in System Shock 2 and say, now, that is the beauty of Morrowind, right? Again, like, as you do the main quest, you sort of understand what happened, what's happening, but you're not sure. And the fact that you could say, no, I am not the Nerevarine, but I will kill you anyway now that I'm here, I guess. That is the genius of Morrowind. Agreed. He was only consulted on Skyrim, that's better than nothing. Personally, I really enjoy Kirkbride's arts and vision, and Morrowind has it full featured. I mean, there is, even nowadays, maybe especially nowadays, a lot of the new mods are taking inspiration from the concept art, Kirkbride's, and his vision in general. MK was contracted for Knights of the Nine and the Mysterium Xyris in Oblivion. I have not played Knights of the Nine, and Xarthas I'm not surprised, because we're full metaphysics things. Morrowind Quest is a journey, Oblivion Quest it was a series. Yes, Rotaton, that's exactly what I meant, but you said it better. The main quest in Morrowind is a journey, Oblivion main quest is more a series of tasks to deal with whatever the evil is. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you grow as a person doing those. Veldel, hello, welcome on in. Velold, I probably butchered that name, I'm terribly sorry. I heard about it so often, I always felt the Oblivion-based game was so bad, I never could motivate myself to pick it up again. Honestly, give it another shot. Like, console cheat, make your character level, I don't know, 20, and go straight, play, give yourself lots of septims and buy a set of glass armor, whatever, like cheat your character to a higher level and go enjoy the Shivering Isles. Like, treat it as a game on its own. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Such a joyful, delightful psychopath. Yeah, it is psychopath. It's just, yeah, I guess he is. Yes, I guess he is. You can say you are the Nerevarine, but not Nerevar. Well, Nerevarine means Nerevar reincarnated. So you say, yes, I am the reincarnation of Nerevar, but I am not Nerevar. I think you're not. You're not. Like, you can never be Nerevar, I think. I loved Shivering Isles when I first played it, but looking back, the vision of madness is very oversimplified. A Saturday morning breakfast cereal view of a very painful subject, and I don't like it as much. Despite the great gameplay and atmosphere now, I think Knights of the Nine is peak Oblivion. And the Dark Brotherhood. Okay. I haven't played enough of Oblivion to give you my opinion. I have not done the full Dark Brotherhood quest. I haven't done Knights of the Nine either. But lots of people find it really, really good. However, what you're saying about madness being oversimplified, yeah, I agree. It is a painful subject. At the same time, I can't remember, there was a game that was really based, it might not be madness, I think it was depression, but you know, something psychological and deep and obviously difficult to live or deal with. I am not sure that a game that sort of does justice to madness or depression, like any sort of serious issues that we have in the world, I'm not sure that that game would be enjoyable. Like, you know, I think I would have a hard time too. It's not a game anymore, it's a documentary, and it's something deep and something I can't find the words, but you know, you get immersed in it. I think I would, after playing a game that does justice to those issues, I would be certainly better educated, but I would also feel so bad. Which is not a bad thing in itself, like awareness is really, really important. But I think I would have a lot of time to play through that. Senua Hellblade, that's a game I haven't gone through either. She's psychotic, yeah. I don't know actually. It would be interesting to know what a psychologist think of games that have depressed psychopath, you know, people with mental issues or mental issues in undertones. I would be quite curious to know what they think about it. I'm not sure that a video game is the best place to make people aware of that. You don't hear voices when you're depressed, no. Maybe just a little voice in your head that says, you suck, you can't do anything, sort of thing. I don't know. This is not fun, guys. This is, Hellblade had multiple ND and PhD as consultant. I'm not surprised. Which is the way to do things. Like, if you want to make a game really on any topic, especially if it's something serious, or if it's a particular era, historical period, like you want to get your facts straight. That's something that I enjoyed in Assassin's Creed. The fact that rather than try to make it pretty and colorful and amazing visually, that they actually paid attention to what we know, because again, history, you know, you look at the ruins, the documents, and then you sort of fill in the gaps. So we can't say, yeah, that's how it was, we know it, it's a fact, that's how it was. It's like how we think it was based on the evidence that we have, but we still fill in the gaps. But I like that in Assassin's Creed, at least for the first one. I haven't looked at the other games, but I hope that they continued with that. I really like that with Assassin's Creed. Coffee. They really try to be true to what we know of that time and place. Faris, hey, hello. Need more coffee. This is black coffee. I'm just gonna be so cappuccino. That's what I want. Something smooth and sweet. It's true. Now I'm having hardcore black coffee. I'm telling you. I think since I don't have my coffee machine, I'm having more caffeine than I ever did, without ever feeling the, oh, this is nice. Thank you for that. That was the sound of my old coffee machine. Did I download that? I don't think I did. It's gonna be tricky to know what is what. Okay, let's grab them, and then we'll take a look in the zips to see what's what. There are no cliff races there. Good night, Kilgore. Thank you so much for stopping by and bringing your crowd with you. Have a good night. Well deserved, I think. Marxed. Especially when there's no game happening today. Have a good time. Have a good night, Kilgore. Baka, you're saying Assassin's Creed gets ups and downs. Whenever they don't listen to the historian, they make very silly Da Vinci Code clones. When they do listen to historian, they make me think Da Vinci Code, it's overshadowed by the great insight into Egyptian religion. I'm gonna have to play more of it. Like, I'll take your word for it. At least there was the intention, if nothing else, to try and be accurate. MO2 downloads. This is gonna be a little tricky to organize. Jeff, thank you so much for the follow. And we have more. Yeah, we want that. Oh, this one actually replaces the text, so you don't have new game, but you have it written in Daedric. I remember what it was. High contrast version. We'll have to take a look at the preview, like open zip, because right now, just looking at that, this seems to be the main one. It's gonna take forever. These are nice, especially because they are actually animated. This obviously doesn't do it any justice. But the fact that they are animated, do we have a video? Yes, we do. Because Dark Elf Guy showcased twice. And here we can see it. Well, we can see one.
Hello.
Hello. And here's another one. That looks like the same. I'm a little on the fence. Not because I don't think it's well done, because I don't know that I have splash screens to go with them. Luce, you're using that? What do you have for splash screens? I want to match my menu and my splash screens. I want to feel I have a theme, and then obviously my Oblivion UI if possible, but most of them, you know, regular Oblivion? Morrowind UI. Wow. Have coffee, have coffee. Rob, you still can't believe he showcased your Modathon mod. I haven't watched it because I want to play it first. I don't want to... I don't want to spoil anything for myself. But that's cool. That's really cool. And it's nice to have a mod showcased. It feels good. Honestly. And well deserved. You don't try to match them. Right, I'm grabbing it. We'll see what we can do. 22 files? Oh, because you choose one. Oh, I kind of was hoping that's something that I have with Oblivion. I think it might be part of Oblivion Reloaded, but with Oblivion Reloaded, at least Oblivion and a particular mod, not sure which. This is the bundle version. All 7. Okay, good. Yes, perfect. That's what I want. What's the difference? HD, 4K. I'm happy with HD, let's face it. Like, I don't see well enough to be able to appreciate 4K. It's blurry anyway at some point. That's what I want. I was gonna say, but I want to have all of them, but randomized. Done. Okay. And then the scab. I know this one. I see a lot of people, you know, when we go raid other people playing Morrowind, I see them with the Skyrim UI. It doesn't work for me in Morrowind. Like in Skyrim, it's fine, but in Morrowind, I don't know. I need my brown or tan or any shade in between. But if we ever go for a Skyrim inspired, that might be fun. If we decide to do a Nord run, why not? Oh, you have this one included. I'm not sure. This one I'm downloading. It's been my favorite for a long time. Because what I like about it, it also has the grayish Skyrim look, which I never looked. I like the fact that it's neat, it's clean. It's like Morrowind, but cleaner. So I like this one a lot. But obviously, classic. I think that's the one that Abbott is still using. Isn't Kazma for OpenMW? Which is great for OpenMW users. A little less for me. And chocolate. I used chocolate for the longest time. I think it's just that. That feels vanilla to me. Ooh. I like the enchanted icon. I actually really like that. It's very subtle. I'm not sure it is part of that mod. We'll double check. If you do a node run, you'd have to go Nia Kinsman and Milk Drinker at random times. You'll have to remind me of that. It works on both. Okay, let's I'm gonna grab this one. It's the Oblivion one. Mera? Do I have a kitten complaining about life in general?
Yeah.
Keys. No, I've mucked up the spelling. Better. Kezi. That actually reminds me of the one I have because it's clean. I like that. You get to choose. You have all of these options. Neat. No. The swirl I can't. Not blue. Oh, it's so neat. So clean. A little too clean. That's almost like sci-fi. I kind of miss my orange bar there. You know, tan. Clean. Others splash. They are. But, you know, they go with the menu and stuff, so I'm actually not sure about the splash. Oops. If it's anything like mine, is complaining that is never being fed. The thing is, we have a food dispenser for him, and it's like it's a round thing with an opening, and it turns. So in the morning I refill it, and he knows the sound, and he comes and it eats, even though there was already food. But essentially, I think in his mind, we're not the one feeding him. It's the food dispenser. So he's not complaining about the food, I don't think, but he's got this thing. He complains like he sees a fly, but he cannot reach it. Meowing. He plays with a toy and then it goes under the furniture and he cannot reach it. Meowing. He's sleeping, he wakes up, he realizes we're not around. He's meowing. It's just a brat. It's just a brat. Not a starving brat. Just a simple brat. I'm gonna go without the splash screens. It's gonna be hard to choose. And this is not okay. No splash. Too many options, guys. This is like we're chatting and we're downloading and it's fine. But it's gonna take forever to sort this out. Is it the magic icon replacer? But it's in there. I personally, for enchanted item, I like something very discreet like that. I prefer it to any sort of swirl. I know I've already downloaded it, right? No, I haven't. There we go. Done. I know Sigrun updated. I think you made it as Sigrun rather than Lucas. This is always the fastest way for me to find a specific mod. Just magic icons. See, I was just too impatient. The swirl, like they look nice and everything, but I need them to be yellow or something. And for a while I had actually taken this and quickly, you know, recolored to yellow. I know the original Morrowind is blue, but no, not for me. I would totally forget what they look like if I downloaded so many. Yeah, that's why I have left the windows open. I think we have downloaded everything now, but it's gonna be tricky. So I'm gonna put that at the bottom. And I think what I need to do is think of subcategories straight away. That's the only way. We have the Skyrim. Normally, today I'm getting my new glasses. So hopefully I will be able to see. We have the Skyrim one. We have the Oblivion one. But I really want to put them together. So when I install my game and I open the Skyrim tab and I have all the menu icons and everything that work. No, you mean the red one? I've never liked it. Is it something Redux? This one? I never could. No. I never could. The same, but much paler. But then we're back to vanilla, aren't we? And it's not the dark UI Redux anymore. Were we talking about monochrome user interface? We've looked at a couple of them. Yes, I can show you the ones if you want to see them. Reynard, welcome back. It's been a while. It's way past my bedtime, but I wanted to say hi. Hi. I hope you're doing well. Monochrome ones. I'll find them again for you real quick. The one that I said was monochrome. It was a monochrome version of that. Hey, skink. This is the one. This is when I said monochrome. And I have downloaded this one. I don't know what we're gonna call it. I've never used it. It might be something that you get tired of quickly. Didn't the bot restart or something? I don't think so. How would we know? Prof, if you say something, we'll see if the bot greets you again. I think you just didn't say anything for a bit. You're like MUI. Which one is MUI? First is not working anymore, is it? This one I said I was not taking it. I really like the idea of sort of a splash that showcase mods. Yes, please. Actually, no, I still have coffee. But I would need something a little more, I don't know, like the font to be a Morrowind font, for example, to have a subtle frame, to have sort of a unifying color scheme sort of thing. The 2005 run, and no, it didn't end, Skink. It really didn't end. The thing is, I cannot play until I have updated my mod lists. This is gonna take a while because I have mods I want to make. So that's it. But I have not finished it. It's still there. It's a different profile of MO2. I have it, but I can't play until I have this done. It's sad. It's very sad. The Skyrim, the Oblivion, the animated. And I think for each of them, I'm gonna pick a UI replacer, and that's, yeah, it's gonna be a collection. Oof, I'm getting hungry. What is the other one we need? Based on RDFs. And RDF, there's like a lighter one and there's a more vibrant one. And I'm gonna install both, I think. Let's go with that. We'll see how that goes. You could put advertisements for McDonald's into the splash screen and finance your mod development that way. Never thought of that. Never thought of that. Well, we'll keep that as plan B, okay? I'm quite happy keeping my stream ad free. That's one of the reasons why I'm not an affiliate on Twitch anymore. So yeah. All right, chocolate UI. Actually, chocolate UI. OB splash. I actually don't need those anymore. And I want to find, what is it called? Magic something? Let's just extract the whole thing. GSDLO, I wish there was a university mod for Oblivion or some kind of higher education mod. I was planning to make one, but I haven't got past the drafting phase. For Oblivion, you say? I suppose it could be something added to the, there it is, the Mages Guild. This I really like. I like so much. I think I would put them as my default. Let's see what I have currently as my default. Core replacer. Magic icon. What do I currently have? Yeah, I have this one, which, you want to show me like a big version? This is the biggest I can show you guys. I'm on the fence. Which one I want like as my default? So if I decide to not mod my icons, because this is pretty and subtle at the same time. So because it's so subtle, I feel it would match, or it would go with most replacers I choose to use. We'll have to think. You can't play until you get your stupid Windows fix. Fix it. Like, format, install, done. Just make sure you book the whole day for it. As for, yeah, the higher education mod, I think it would have to be added to the, what is it called? My goodness. And the Imperial City. Well, I haven't played Oblivion, like actual Oblivion, so long. Like, if I was to make a university, would it be about magic, or it would have all kinds of things like fauna, flora, culture? That would be super interesting. But then I imagine you'd have to be a serious lore buff, which you might be. I have no idea. But that would be interesting. You can choose a field, metallurgy, things like that. That'd be really cool. Murmur, I use Raymash. Do you prefer MMO? You mean MO2, I'm guessing. Or Morrowind Mod Organizer. Is that what you say? Right. Anyway, I talked about that briefly at the beginning. To install mods, MO2 is superior to Raymash. The installer tab of Raymash works, and you can do most of what you can do there. Occasionally it crashes and then it forgets which mods are installed and everything. It's a little clunkier in Rymash. So, like, where's my Rymash? The installation tab for Rymash that we will see momentarily. Yeah, so yeah, there's no new version. You can go ahead and open right up. There we go. In ML2, in Rymash, nothing does what Rymash can do, i.e. Remove dependencies from saved games and then repair the saved games. Nothing else can do that, to my knowledge. The utility, you can do that in MO2 as well. The mod management, I actually like when I want to edit things, I feel this is better done with Rymash, but the installers, like sometimes it bugs on me. And if I clicked on that, the next 5 minutes would be us waiting for Rymash to go through the folders and see what's there and blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to do that right now. So I do not use the installers in Rymash, but I use everything else. And this. So you want Rymash to do that for you. But what MO2 has, which I'm really going to use right now, is the ability to make a profile. So the idea is create, and this is going to be, I don't know, this is going to be a warrior. There we go. And then when I load my warrior profile, because I want to make an install for, I don't want to admit how I install mods. How do you install mods? Do you do it manually? There's no shame. I know a great man in the Morrowind modding scene who installed his mod manually. Dark Guy has some 50. You remember at the beginning I showed you I have 5 installs of Morrowind right now, which is little. I've had more, but never more than 10. He says he's got 50 Morrowind installs. No wonder he's running out of space on his hard drives. And he installs things manually. There's a little bit of shame. In what? Manually. Wait, like if you know what you're doing, if you're not changing your mod list weekly like I tend to do, why not? I've been doing manually for the longest time, but what happens at some point, because I keep adding mods, and when you do manual install, you cannot do clean manual uninstall unless you tracked exactly which file were added where and which one. You can't. I don't think you can realistically. So at some point, after tweaking the mod list for a few months, you go like, okay, this is not good. I have to start over. And now that I use installers, I still do that, but not as often, I guess. Where was I? Oh, so here's my new profile. And now what I need to do and now what I do is, okay, for NM now, that is our special ones. I look at my core. You're in a weird order, aren't you? No. My separators are all wrong. No. I am spending like in my default profile, I am ever so careful. Okay, this is good. This is not good. Races, real star. No, don't tell me you put it in an alphabetical order. This ruins everything, guys, because the idea is that I have my separators and all things done beautifully. I don't want sorted alpha. I did. Okay. If that's what I did, then fine. I can. Okay. So back to warrior. I thought I looked at priority and the numbers were... No, look, I have priority And no, mm-mm, mm-mm. I had it. Look. And all my separators are there. Like these I just created, they're right at the bottom. Thank you, Faris. You're right. I created a new one. I didn't copy it. Okay. Yes, go away. Whew. A little bit of a brain fart there. Good, good, good. Where are you? Remove. I am supposed to make a copy of it. I was like, that was a little bit scary because I am taking so much time to organize this the way I want, and then to realize that I missed something. Okay, we're good. And so now what I would do, I would enable all my core mods and then shop for the extra ones that I want. Yeah, that was you've done the same thing. Okay, I do feel a little bit better about what just happened. Um and that's why I'm taking all the time. Guys, you've been using MO2 for probably longer than I have. Have you successfully managed to get a nice, good default install and then to use other profiles, or do you work on your default install all the time? Well, now let's get back. I'd be like, I don't know how many people are actually using the profiles well. The first time I had MO2 and I wanted to use the profiles, but I made my install and then I took the other one and said, but I don't want this big list of mods if I only want those. Like I would have liked, and I suppose I I would have liked for each profile to have only the mods I wanted. You just use the default one, but you play a lot less than me. I haven't played in a month, which might be still more than you actually. I really don't know. All right, I think those are my basic themes. Chocolate UI. You were one of those. Let's find you again. So this one I said I did not take it. I think that's where I had my chocolate. Yeah. Chocolate UI is, do I actually, I mean, I downloaded it because I wanted the enchantment, that, more than anything else. I'm not sure that I absolutely want the rest. I can see that this line is different. I think I'm happy to just grab the icons for this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to extract the icons and use that. I managed to play it for 2 hours this year. Wow. Then you started tweaking your mods again and broke everything. Oh, but I was so hyped to see you've updated your Balmora faction mod. And I was like, yay! I was happy for you because I know you kind of been wanting, or yeah, you've been wanting to do that for a long time, but didn't get around to it. So I was happy. I was happy. I know how it is when you have a mod and you have to update it. I need to update it. Yes, yes, I will update it. You used to use it. Lake Bear, you used to use MO2? It's nice to be able to not beat myself up about that one now. I completely relate with you, that feeling of it's done. Except for me, I think I'm close. The chocolate UI, and you don't use it anymore. Which one are you using now? So this is chocolate. So I'm going to actually remove it. I know I don't want to use it. Instead, I'm gonna do my little shopping. Oh, menu magic. There. That's what I want from it. Yes. The one Darkev guy is using, top of my head, I don't remember. I'll have to take a look at it. Up. You're not OB Plash, you are magic icons. I'm gonna call it dotted so I remember, hopefully, which one it is. Oh. All right, and we want to see Darkev guy's video. To see which, the Bard's Life. I've done so much with the Bard's Life. In particular, all the scripts that would add elements over time, these have been luified. Arcans. Arcu wins. It's this one. It's nice. It's nice. I think Abbott uses that one as well. So yeah, the Bard Life, I've done quite a lot. Like I've done the hard part. One of the hard parts, the second hard part is to review the quest and make sure it's all working properly. And I've gotten quite far in that. And the third hard part, there's only hard parts in it, four hard parts. The third one is to rework all the elements that now Ashfall can do. At the time there was no Ashfall, so I had my little tent, I had my little camping and things, and I need to think of a way to integrate that nicely with Ashfall, or maybe just remove everything I had and let Ashfall do its thing. And the fourth part that I want to redo is the companion. She is a basic, I'm being French right now. She's a basic companion based on Grumpy's template. The only thing I did, I added some role-playing options, like you can ask for her opinion and she says yes, no, maybe, like an 8-ball, magic 8-ball, I think it's called. But I want to make her better. But companions means scripting and dialogues, neither of which I particularly enjoy. We'll see. Do you know the best way for Rebirth to be more stable with OpenMW? The towns are always low FPS. Yes, there's a couple of things that you can do. You might already have them. You want to get MUP, Morrowind optimization patch. I don't know if you already have that. You want to get Atlas as well. This is basically looking at a mesh, and like a mesh has different, you know, lines and facets. Poly count, and essentially it optimizes the mesh. So it's all kinds of little optimization to meshes that is going to make an overall improvement. I don't know if you already have this one. Up. Then the second big mod to optimize any mod list is Project Atlas. Essentially this in Morrowind, when you look at it, is going to apply a texture here, a texture there, a texture there, and a texture there. So for that little item or model in your game, the game is going to have to pull out 4 different textures. When the textures are at last, instead of having 4 different textures, you have 1 texture like that, and you tell the game to pull that texture, and different parts of the texture are applied to different parts of the model. I'm explaining that the best way I understand it. Okay, it's definitely not my thing. But anyway, instead of going, oh, I need this, and this texture, it says, I just need that one. So that also optimizes your game. Not absolutely every single textures have been at last, but a lot of them. So these two are gonna help in general. But when it comes to low FPS, especially with Rebirth that adds lots of things, it's just that Rebirth adds lots of things. Optimization patch didn't work with OpenMW. I don't see why it wouldn't. Again, I don't really know. See? No. I think you can go for it. I know that the way OpenMW renders things is sometimes different from the way Aldwin does, but I mean, there, you can use it. Get the latest one. These are like honestly Mob and Atlas. Get the latest version as soon as they come out. It's yeah. So those two, and then what can you do? Make sure if you have Morrowind Rebirth, make sure you do not have mods that add more objects. That's usually what is going to kill your FPS. So if you have a mod like Friends and Foes, Morrowind Comes Alive, Starfire's NPCs that adds lots of NPCs in the town, this is gonna knock out almost 10 points to your FPS. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. For example, OpenMW doesn't have one-way collision on meshes like vanilla and Morrowind. Yeah. So these two, it's not going to be like, oh wow, I'm up to 100 FPS now, but it's definitely helping. It's all the little things that help things. I don't know. Actually, I would be really curious if you stop by some other day and you've tried. Do let me know if you can see a difference. I should do the test myself. It's just I installed them straight away. It's like, so it would be interesting to see. Actually, with my 2005 mod list, I do not have Project Atlas. And I think I could feel the difference. I haven't used Morrowind Comes Alive in a long time because of the sitting animation not working properly, but I think it has been patched. There is a patch for it, and also preaching for my own church, I guess. This is a cult. I would recommend Friends and Foes over MCA. This is my own mod, so I might not be the most objective person. There we go. But with Friends and Foes, I included the best parts of MCA. Okay, what I feel are the best part of MCA. So take a look at it. You might prefer MCA because you know it and you know you like it. And if from MCA, if what you really liked are the people in town, then, and Friends and Foes is too much, then you want to get Starfires. This one will do friendly people only. And if what you like is the outlaws everywhere, then this is a lightweight extra bandits. This is a very lightweight version. But I would recommend, like, check out Friends and Foes. If that's too much, if you feel there's too many things, because it does friendly people, not friendly people, in town, in the wilderness, in the interiors, with animations, without animations, if you feel that's too much, yeah, there's a lot of people, then try one of those depending on what you wanted. Right. That's a good mod, but use instead. I remember the first I was mugged on the way to Balmora using Friends and Foes. Yeah, there is that, and it is true that that's intentional, actually. I'm sorry. I felt that if there is a single NPC blocking my way that is asking me for money, if I know that I can kill them easily, I'll just bugger off. But if I'm level 1 and there's this guy asking me for money, and I'm gonna go, you know what, I will give you the 100 septims because right now I'm weak. So that's intentional. I wanted those guys to be able to kill you, especially if you're level 1. When you're level 1, I'm sorry, but a rat can kill you. And so traveling from Seydonin to Pelagia, the first time in your life you know nothing of the world, and there's this guy and he's clad in armor and weapon, and you have a shirt and pants that you got on the boat, maybe something you found in Seydonin, you don't go, you piss off, I'm not scared of you. You give the 100 septims. That was the idea behind it. But I've had a number of people saying, I got killed at level 1, I just left Seydonin and I was killed. And I understand that it's not to everybody's taste, but well, I made the mod for me. Selfishly, I made the mod for me. So there. Did I get the 20-man strong murder stack of Moroda in town in F? No, definitely. Skink, definitely not. That feature of a number of bandits that come to town and zoom in on you for some reason, that's something that I really didn't like from MCA. Why? Like bandit, I love, absolutely love the idea of bandits raiding a town, because you know they come in fours, they catch the guards by surprise because there's only 3 of them, they can do a number and you know leave with the loot and everything. But to have 10 bandits that come to Balmora and attack me, like why me, like why? That I didn't like that. So that feature I didn't put in Friends and Foes. So no, that's not me, that's MCA. Don't accuse me of terrible things. I have killed a number of player characters, a lot of mine, but not this time. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Is that a song? Yeah, it is a song. It wasn't me. I'm not gonna sing it. Apparently, I could. Nah, even if I sing it, nobody will recognize it. I'm not gonna get a copyright infringement for badly singing a song, I think. Shaggy. Wasn't me. Okay, moving on. Anyway, you have options if you don't like Friends and Foes, it's fine. Like, everybody gets to choose the mods that they want. I know I am. Do I take this one? Yes, I do. I'm sick. I am addicted to mods. It's very true. All right, back to this. So now I have my dotted magic icons, and I think I didn't package them properly, actually. Up. Now it's fine. What I'm going to do for you guys as well, if you wanted them, did I close everything? I'm gonna fix my little zip. Oh, come on. Thank you. You don't let me do that, really? Clean this up. All right. So now it looks like something that you could use straight away. I need to restart my device. I shall, but just not now. All right, if you wanted those magic icons, they're also there on my Discord. Moving on. I don't know what this one is gonna be. You're installed and I want to put it in my core. This is gonna be my default. Collapse all, thank you. You are core UI replacer. Always enabled, which means that this one I'm gonna move as optional. And I'm also, this is a swirl. It's actually a little closer to vanilla in the way that it's a swirl. It's nope, I closed it, so I can't show you. But it's a swirl, okay? Trust me. And we're gonna move this one, I don't know to which set. Keep going down. Thank you. Maybe Oblivion, we'll see. All right, cleaning up. I guess it would be a really nice addition to have random encounters with ashlanders hunting niches. I'm a sucker for concept art. And there's one that shows this. That would be actually, where's my little notepad? That is actually quite easy to do in Friends and Foes. On the roads, I already have some encounters. This is my little notepad, and I have 1 page per mod. Where's Bob's Armory? What is this one? Oh, equipment variant, stables, imperial factions, houseboat. Where are you, Friends and Foes? Caverns, ahead of the classes, skilling spree, unidentified items, lucky loot, board games. Crap. Piranha, FF companion, panda please, take panda, scissors, FF. Here we go. Ashlander, Hunter, plus Netch. I need to find a way to do that. I already have some multiple spawns, but it's to have a patrol of ordinators or buoyant armigers. The problem is with Morrowind script to make 2 NPCs or 2 actors, NPC or creatures, doesn't matter, fight. You need to say this exact name NPC starts combat with this exact name NPC. And when you have random lists where you have random NPCs and creatures by default, it's like you can't really script that, because you cannot say any creature from this list will attack any creature from that list. It just doesn't happen with MWSE. With Morrowind script, but maybe with MWSE, the script extender, and Lua, maybe it's possible. The thing is, with Friends and Foes right now, you have 0 Lua requirement, which makes the mod compatible with OpenMW, and I kind of would like to keep it that way. I would really like to keep it that way, actually. So I can sort of go around that problem where I would have, say, 3 different Ashland, or I would have an Ashlander without a name and with random clothing, so every time he spawns he doesn't look the same and he doesn't have a name, so you're not aware it's the same. And then the Ashlander itself has a script that spawns a creature, and it's always the creature doesn't have to be. I think I can do it. I'll have to try it out, because then I can really expand it to when I spawn a pilgrim, when a mod list, okay, I'm getting tired there. When a creature level list places, say, a pilgrim, some of the pilgrims can be scripted to spawn a bandit that then attacks them, and then you choose to help them or not. I would really like to have more dynamic encounters. Doing it with MW script is possible, but you won't have the random aspect of it, or it will be hard to fake. Lua probably can do it better. New mod idea. Lua random encounters. I would like to do that, actually. like I said, I really like, like these are all the mods that I know I need to update, and we are adding a new page. I mean, really what we need is something that Skyrim does, where you can say any creature or NPC from that faction will attack any other any other NPC or creature from that other faction. That's how you have the standard stewards always attacking vampires, how you have the wolves always attacking the rabbits, and so on and so forth. That's something I would love to have in Morrowind, because then you can just assign a faction or a type of creature, and they'll always fight. Hello. I have a cat that is fascinated with the pen. I don't know, some people like to sniff glue. My cat likes to sniff pens. Yeah, good stuff, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, pushing things down. No, that you won't fit there, Latte. You're too big now. And off he goes. This place is not kitten friendly anymore. So now he sort of exiles himself.
Turn on the camera.
You want me to turn on the camera? There. All alone. All alone on his chair.
There's a toy.
Oh well. All right. Is there a bunch of ashlanders with spears? And the Netch has spears impaled on its back. We don't have that model. No. I could, like, if we go in the construction set, that's the thing. Like, if you want to see that happen, like a landscape sort of thing, or rather like a landmark. This is not distracting at all. But pay attention, focus on the construction set. Are you focusing on the construction set? Is there anything really preventing Morrowind from having Skyrim self-faction? I mean, MWSC cannot do it. We do have the faction disposition, but that's something that only works in a dialogue. What are we gonna do? We go to any cell of wilderness that has things going on. Cave plum, that's water. Flora, kelp, there we go. So it's fairly easy to put a hunter and a dead netch and a spear in the dead netch. That we can do reasonably easily. The thing is, when an NPC or a creature dies, they have their dying animation. So here's my NPC. I make him a Dunmer. I dress him up as an Ashlander, and it will be there. And then I go and look for my Netch. Creature. Here we go. My Netch Betty. This is this is gonna be a special one. So it's a new object. The kitten is gone. It was good while it lasted. Yeah. And I'm gonna say the health is 0. And from there it is dead, or actually it will spawn in the game as such. And when you enter the cell, especially if you have the distant land enabled, when you enter the cell, you will see it fall and die. And it will kind of fall somewhere there-ish, but depending on how the animation plays, you can see that with NPCs. Sometimes, you know, they die and they fall sideways or they fall backwards. There's no way you can predict that. But I can try. And then I'm gonna get my chitin spare, I guess. We want the weapons. There we go. Chitin spare. Spear. Why did I say spare? And well, you would have to place it a little bit better than that. And I can sort of do this. And normally, as you enter the cell and you approach, you would see that guy, probably better if he's got some dialogue. You would see the guy, you would see this dying, and by the time you get to it, boom, it would be dead. So it is doable. I mean, what I've done right now is very, very, you know, quick and not very precise or polished, but that's fine. The thing is, if I do that, then it's going to be there all the time and the hunter is going to stay there forever. So then I'm going to have to script both of them to say, you only appear, I don't know, during the day, and have the same there, and have maybe something once you're dead, when the player leaves the cell, then you disappear. So at least when you come back, you know, the body is gone. But what about the spear? Then if the player didn't pick it up, then the spear is going to stay there floating. Like it's kind of doable, but it gets quickly complicated to make it passively good. So yeah. What we do have, it's not a hunter. It's not a hunter. I don't know why I'm deleting. I'm just not saving it. That's all. If you take, there's a couple of mods that do that. There is a Pirate Lord's Creatures that is going to spawn a guar, for example, and next to it, the guar is scripted to spawn a baby guar next to it. There is also, let's go there. So Pirate Lord's Creatures is the oldest mod that does that. Maybe it's just called Creatures. So this one, and you're gonna have, I think it's only the baby guars. It also adds herders with a couple of shulks around them. That's why I think about it, because we had the hunter and the netch. There's actually the herder and the shulks, I think. If you take Random Bowls creature mod, that took the most lore-friendly aspects from Pirate Lord's Creatures, then they're there, and you're gonna have the baby guar and the shulk herder. There might be guar herders as well, I don't remember. And if you want something a little more, there is a Triangle Tooth mod that has also, there's a picture, that also has, like, basically in the game you have one guar placed and then it spawns another two, so you have a little herd. You can have the pup, but the aspect that is more interesting, you have predators. So it will, the cliff racers are scripted to maybe spawn a dead mud crab, indicating that, oh, they must have fought together. Same thing, the Nyx hounds are spawned, and boof, and it spawns as well, boof. It spawns, I won't say poof. It spawns as well a dead guar. So same thing there. So it gives the idea that, you know, creatures have a life. They just don't stand there. They hunt one another, they have babies and things. But it doesn't do that for NPCs. Yeah, we could easily spawn an Ashlander hunter that spawns a dead something, but not with the spear in the back. Not unless we modify the model as well, I guess. Oh, I realize the music is gone. Okay, more Elder Scrolls music. There could be an activator with a script in the hidden below the ground that determines if an encounter spawns. I might actually try that. Go for it. Like, scripting is definitely, like, my strong suit in modding is ideas. I'm good with those. I always have ideas of, oh, it would be cool if, and why don't we? But it would be really, really nice. You're already working on a bandit mod. Didn't you mention also a... Is it Rocks and Satanin? Am I remembering this right? I did that in Master of Puppet to place a taxidermied Alit in the dungeon with the activator that spawns something. And like, I'm really curious about the bandit mod because I like those. Friends and foes, I did the best I could with level lists. And I have lots of them with a very small chance to spawn so that it gives the illusion of randomness. But always happy to try mods that, you know, might do it better. Static using the creature mesh. I joked about placing, oh, it was a single. Barrys, do not joke about Morrowind and modding. I take everything literally. That's a problem I have quite often on stream. Like, people ask me a question and it's a joke, and I just don't see it. I just answer the question. I'm a teacher also, so there's no stupid question. I answer every single question. So I thought you were really doing something with Rocks and Satanin, like, because why not? You know, you could alter the landscape. Well, if it's too many of them, that would not be good for FPS. But I believed you. Crap, I am so gullible, aren't I? It's like mods. There's no stupid mods. Okay, so no Rocks and Satanin. Fine, fair enough. So tell us about your bandit mod. What's the idea? How do they work? No rocks. I got that. I accept it. I accept it. In the meanwhile, let's continue installing those things. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, a couple of issues for this mod to install. The Morrowind, first of all, the Morrowind ini, if I install it like that, it's going to be in my data files. And so it's not going to do anything because it's supposed to be in the Morrowind folder. Also, what does it change? I'm sort of assuming that it changes the fonts. Uh-huh. I think I will put it without the ini. We'll see what it looks like when we install it. Because I already have a few tweaks to my Morrowind ini, and to have a mod that overrides that, I don't like it. So you would go there. I don't know where you go, so you stay here for the time being. I think this one might be its own thing. Like its own theme. I am getting so hungry, guys. I haven't had breakfast. Got a few cups of coffee. Which is probably why I can't express myself clearly, at least. Crap. This is going to take me forever just to install them. HD concept art. and you're gonna be your own thing. It has splash and menu. We'll see what next. Maybe this actually would go, because this one has the splash in the main menu, but it doesn't have the UI. Let's look at them again. This is what we have. To go with this might be a little too sharp and a little too clean. And I don't know, this, what does it remind me of? I think it reminds me of Starwind. Is it called Starwind? What is the name of the... It is Starwind. And this is the enhanced. Yeah. I don't know, it reminds me of this, which is completely different. I don't know why I thought of that. But it feels, I don't know, modern or... And if I compare, you know, this is a little fuzzy. So I'm not gonna put them together. I don't know where I'm gonna put what, but I'm not gonna put them together. Okay, how are you? We have the cursor, main menu, well, yes, stat bar. That. Sure. Sure, we'll take it. I think I was to make a mod would be a long low-level dungeon which has a unique chitin spear at the end, I guess with feathers attached. Like, again, modeling, yet another aspect of modding that is not my strong suit, but that wouldn't be too hard to do. Like with Nifscope, you can open the chitin mesh, which I'm where am I? Armor, weapons, Nord Spear, Huntsman, Daedric, Ice, Silver, Hersin, Weapon, Spear, chitin. And then to find a good feather texture, you won't have that in Morrowind itself. Like the Cliff Racer plume is just terrible. But I'm sure we have some good feather textures. But essentially, with Nifscope, you can copy and paste blocks. I can copy the branch, and then I can paste it again and move it around. So if you find a good model of a feather, you copy it, you paste it there, and then you just, you know, move it around until, you know, in a way that feels natural. So imagine this is a feather. This is a feather. And then you can add a couple like that. So if you just want the vanilla chitin spear and a feather, it's a matter of finding a feather model you like, copy paste it, and save, clean up, and you're good to go. It wouldn't work for things like creatures and things because they're animated, so this gets complicated. But for a static, you should be fine. Does Nifscope allow you to export the model in a different file format than NIF? I do not think so. If you want to work with other formats, you would have to get, I would say, Blender. Again, definitely not a specialist, but Blender is going to let you do way more thing. I think NIFscope is purely for NIFs, isn't it? So say I open something, whatever, file, save as. Oh, it does have, my bad, it does have the KF. These are the animated format. Then these, I don't know what they are. I just don't know. But you can save as all of these formats. If you know some of them and that's what you were looking for, then yes, NIFscope can do it. If not, then no, it cannot do it. The KF are animated NIFs. Alright, so stat bar yes, item icon frame yes, Morrowind crosshair sure, Skyward no, skill and classic icon, magic icons. What do they look like? I forgot. Oh, show them to me. Yeah. It's those. Like it's cleaner, sharper for sure, but other than that, no. Borderless, smooth, crisp material. I'm not gonna take the magic icons. I'm happier with the ones I have. I feel like there's so many options that you really could actually have multiple installs of this one, like one with a crisp one and one with a material one. I'll have to try them. For this one, I'm gonna go material, I guess. What are you? Okay. I want to look at the sample folder. No problem, Blusk. I hope that helps. Oh, it's an icon replacer as well. Now I realize. I see. I was like, okay, but it's also an icon replacer. I'm not sure I want that. Not because they're ugly, but because I've been using the ultimate icon replacer overhaul, I forgot, for a long time. And to look at different ones, it's a little bit confusing. I know when I was playing with the Symphony that replaces the icons of many things, I was looking for things all the time. Well, no, sorry, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Alright guys. Well, I'm gonna let this do its thing. Don't know when. Today I have quite a lot of classes, but when I can, I want to finish this little bit, the UI replacer, the optional UI replacer. Hopefully I will have, yeah, 4 or 5 different flavors, and then I can just go, yeah, I want the animated menu and with things that go well with it, or I want the Skyrim menu with things that go well with it. But it's gonna take a while. Clearly it's gonna take a while, but this is a fun part. Honestly, I do enjoy choosing the mod and going, oh, this and that will go well together. I really do enjoy that. So it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be fun. While this is happening, let's find out. Do we have anyone currently playing Morrowind so you guys can get some actual Morrowind gameplay today? No, Morrowind Mage Run. Okay, that looks interesting. Let's see. this is installed, you're thinking? You're still thinking, huh? Do your thing. I don't want to upset you. Yeah. But what is that sample folder? Yeah, my OB splash folder has now become my let's take a look at things folder. Okay, this is the screenshots that we had. Fair enough. Nah, we'll see. All right. Let's do things properly, shall we? If only I could find where my things are. There we go. All right, we're going to call it a day because I'm really, really hungry. I haven't had breakfast, and coffee is only going to take me this far, I think. We are going to take a look at a first-time Morrowind run, which is always fun. I will see you on Sunday. Now, Sunday I planned to play. It's not going to be the mod list that we are currently doing because this is going to take forever. Clearly, even though I've done all the replaces, that's a small part of it. And the replaces, I don't have to troubleshoot conflicts. The load order is how you solve conflicts. But when I start installing the quests, the dialogues and all that, this is when the troubleshooting is going to start. But we will probably do the 2005 mod list. I have to look at it. I hope I haven't broken it, you know, changing things for no good reason. But we're playing on Sunday. On Sunday we're playing Morrowind. We'll see what it is. It's gonna be a surprise. A good surprise, I hope. Alright, let's where was I? There. Let's go see somebody play Morrowind. I wish you a lovely Thursday or what's left of it. And I hope to see you on Sunday. Grab the cards, by the way, if you haven't. I forgot to remind you. Anyway, have a good time, guys. See ya.